Hello everyone, my name is Cristina Mesquida, student of Master Program in Educational Technology, E-Learning and Knowledge and involved in MOIC subject. Now, I am going to explain the process carried out to improve an OLE of education institution. So, let's get started. To do it, it has been used the document proposed by Linda Castañeda, Professor, Canvas of Development of OLE, David Alvarez, reviewed by Castañeda, 2017. First of all, I had to identify the most important characteristics of the organization. Here, there's an analysis of the type of institution. In this case, a school. Okay, in Mallorca, number of members 28 teachers, including 3 of them are also members of the management team. It's a class of group formal, and the kind or type of relationships is as mates among teachers, and there's a strong leadership of management team and lack of bidirectional communication. So the main objective of this activity is related to analyzing the reality of a school related to their OLE and creating an ideal OLE in order to optimize the organization efficiency. This activity shows a forecast of the development of an educational institution from the development of its OLE. So the analysis of the current OLE is based on the traditional model focused on the discrepancy of Du Bois 1994, focused on the resolution of a situation. For the classification needs has been followed by Bradshaw 1981 that distinguishes 4 categories of needs: normative, comparative, felt, and expressed. Specifically, this study was based on analysis of the felt needs, expressed, and comparative, as are those that have been detected with the instruments used. By making the data were collected through the technique of triangulation to know the reality from different perspectives: the management team, the teacher staff of the school, and my own. The instruments were used for data collection have been very different and have provided the necessary information to discover the needs of participants. There were 4: direct observation, analysis of documents, a survey, and semi-structured interviews. The overall dimensions analyzed through various instruments were information sources, content creation, and communication, which will relate and compare the information gathered. So about direct observation of participant, it was prepared to go scoring and record anecdotal observation regarding staff. About analysis of documents, there were analyzed the current rules governing and the overall function of the centre, which has allowed the study to find out the principles of the institution's philosophy. About the survey teachers, I developed a survey teacher to know about their knowledge and their perspective of this topic, and finally interviews that were carried out, some semi-structured interview to management team. So later the data were analyzed to find the starting point of the center and also figure out how to improve the situation. So now it's presented the current OLE. Okay, so about information source management, there's a communication basically vertical descending, okay, from the management team to teaching staff. On the other hand, content creation, okay, is transmitting information predominantly formal through oral and written communication, okay, and communication tools are underused. About communication, okay, so there's an effective teamwork and communication, a lack of motivation of teachers, prevalence of one-way communication, okay, from MT to TS, and finally, internal communication is unstructured. After that, it have been detected some needs to be solved, which are the following. And as the communication process to transform the working group into team, okay, need to raise awareness of the importance of planning, stimulate communication skills, interpersonal and multi-group, encourage two-way communication, create a specific plan for the central, and finally, internal communication channels more efficient. So, the education institution analyzed have the following resources to improve their OLE. About tools, ICT devices like PCs, laptops with Wi-Fi, tablets, etc. A space, they have a meeting point, okay, it will be teacher's room. About people, okay, all members. What about time, okay, from Monday to Friday at 2 o'clock. And finally, about money and resources, economical resources. So we can use tripartite foundation grant and economic resources provided by the Ministry of Education. So with the resources we count and we mention, it is necessary to use and manage them to create a new OLE, considering three key elements, okay? Information source management, content creation, and communication. And here are the stuff. To solve the needs that have been identified through the analysis, it is proposed a training program aimed at knowing ICT involving the management team and teaching staff with the intention to strengthen the relationship and increase the effectiveness of internal communication process through cooperative work, which affect the operation of the central for the benefit of all agents. So the key is develop a communication plan for the school where it will implicit policies, principles, objectives, and resources that lead the organization action, which reflected the roles and responsibilities of the group involved. So this document will help to organize the institution as well as guide the cooperative work provided they submit so flexible and adaptable to the changing reality of a school. Here it is shown the references used to do the activity. And that's all. Thank you very much for your attention.